Hey guys, how's it going? It's MrCrayfish and welcome back to a gun mod update. It has been a good minute since I've released an update for this mod, but I can assure you today you're not going to be disappointed because I have revamped all the gun models and they look absolutely amazing. But not only that, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new scopes and a couple of other small things. So if you guys are excited for this video today, I'd appreciate if you go ahead, drop a like down below, and as well, if you want to keep up to date with, gun mod updates and all my videos, go ahead and subscribe and turn on the bell notifications as well. But let's go ahead, let's put our cowboy hats on and let's get into this video right now. Alright, let's go ahead, let's get into this right now. So we need to head over to the gun shop. I think it's called the gun shop. We don't really have a vehicle. Hold up, let's go ahead, let's see if we can yoink a vehicle from somewhere. Ah, perfect. Hold up. You need help? Ah, here we are. Let's head out to the back now because they've got something set up which previously I've wanted for a very, very long time, and that was an actual shooting range. Have a look at this. We got some bottles here set up. I don't even know what type of drink is this. It's like apple juice in a glass bottle. I don't know what that is, but we got bottles set up here that we can actually shoot, and when we do shoot them, let's go ahead, let's just break that. We've got a little button over here that we can press, and that will reset the bottles on the little pillars there. So we're going to shoot a couple of the guns here, but as I mentioned at the start of this video, I have revamped all the models of the weapons in this mod. So we're going to go one by one here, looking at all of them. I've got all the weapons kind of in the chest here. Actually, we need to grab out a couple more things. I just forgot to grab out the scopes and silencer as well because they have a new model. But let's go ahead, let's take a look at the pistol first. And I've got a little platform here that we can just pop the weapon down onto to get a better look at this. And let's go ahead, let's zoom up on it right now. Oof. Have a look at that, guys. So if you remember what the models used to look like, in this update now I've gone for a bit more of a clean look and they're less blocky as well. So you'll notice the texture is actually now concrete. Maybe you didn't know that, but and as well, a lot of the weapons have these kind of angled surfaces to them now. So this is the brand new pistol. Let's go ahead, let's grab this out here and let's just give this a little bit of a shot here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, I missed. Alright. We have to reset every time. If we miss, we have to reset. So let's go ahead, do this one more time. I'm not going to do this for every single weapon just because it's going to take a little bit too long here. Ooh. Ooh. Well, oh no, we missed that one. But if you were paying attention there, you would actually notice that the pistol here has a brand new sound when you fire it. So let's go ahead, let's fire it again. And it's a much more fitting sound for this weapon and also very satisfying. I'm not going to lie. Very satisfying. Let's go on to the next weapon now, which is the shotgun. And this one was actually based off the pistol. And that was kind of the same with the previous model as well. Let's zoom into this. Ooh. So we've got rid of that blocky look. It has some angles on it, and we've got the little handle at the bottom there. This weapon is looking amazing now. Let's give this a quick shot, see if we can do this in the first shot. Oh, okay. That was embarrassing. We missed the first bottle and the closest one as well. How did we miss that? I honestly don't know. That bottle was invisible. Let's not talk about that. Let's just go on to the next weapon, which is the assault rifle. This is a really nice looking weapon now. So this had a lot of kind of rework done to it. As you can see, we have kind of curves. We have the curves. We have the clean look to it. We have a really nice looking grip at the front here. The kind of middle part's looking nice. We have, I forgot what that is at the back there. I don't know what the terminology is, but this thing is looking crazy. And as well, when you actually do color these weapons as well, so if you didn't know, in the gun mod, you can actually go ahead, grab a die out here, and let's go ahead, let's grab a crafting table. We should have had this ready earlier. But you can put a weapon into a crafting table, put a color on it, and now you've actually applied a color to this. So have a look at it now with the yellow one here. This is looking crazy. So it colors that part, and it also colors the little bit at the bottom of the handle there. So just so it has a little bit more colors around the model here. See, let's go ahead. That's not an invisible. I'm really bad at this. Ah! We will just keep shooting. And the one on the top. Easy. Next weapon on the list is the rifle. Let's pop that down onto there. Oof. So this is probably one of the weapons that had the least amount of change to it. It's mainly just going for, you know, the new style we're doing, where it looks a little bit less blocky and looks a lot more clean with the textures. Let's go ahead. Let's grab that now. Let's give this a couple of shots. Now this is going to be easy. This is going to be easy. It's so slow. We get to set up our shots before the cooldown even finishes. Boom! So that was the rifle. Pretty cool looking. Let's go to the bazooka. Oh mama. This thing is crazy. So let's go ahead, let's first take a look at the model here. Pop that down into the official viewing platform. I'm going to call it that from now, the official viewing platform. Now, something you might notice is you can actually look through this thing now. You can look through it. You can look right through the center there. We've also got a 3D viewfinder. Previously it was just a texture, but now I've actually made it a part of the model. But this pretty much looks the same, and of course it has that kind of new clean look, no kind of square look to it anymore. What can we do here? Let's just go ahead, fire it over in this direction, because eventually I'm going to kind of redo this area here in the Expanding My Town series. But yeah, that's the bazooka. Let's go ahead, let's head back here, and the next change is the minigun, and this is really cool because I feel like the minigun looks kind of completely different now. Have a look at this. So the main kind of thing that has changed about it is the color scheme. There's a lot more gray involved in it now. We've got this kind of little pinstripe on the end here. We have a lot more angles on this and a lot more of a clean look, as I've mentioned, throughout all these weapons here. And this is kind of the style of the mod now, because concrete, honestly, is my favorite way to actually create models now, just because they look so clean. And there is a reason why I use it as well, but we're not going to go into too much detail here. We're doing alright here. Ah, I'm blinded! Ah! I can't see a thing. So yeah, that is the new chain gun. Let's go ahead. Let's go into the last weapon here that has had a makeover, and this is probably the biggest change of them all. So this one we're about to look at is the grenade launcher, and it looks completely different, but it also looks like the best weapon in the entire mod. Have a look at this. And I think the thing that makes it look the best is purely it is a grenade launcher. It's going to have an interesting model. But just have a look at this. This thing looks insane, and you definitely do not want to come across another player that has this thing. So we're not going to go ahead and fire it here. We're going to go ahead, just fire a simple grenade over there. Hey! And that's pretty much it for the models. Now, we have some other changes that maybe you didn't really notice that were happening there, but we have a brand new recoil system. So let's just go ahead and reset that. But you'll notice when I actually fire the weapon now, see how the weapon kind of tilts up when we fire it? So no longer will the actual view go upwards. Instead, simply just the kind of weapon will go up and won't affect your view at all. And I feel like it's a better change for this mod, instead of it going upwards like that, which can be a little bit annoying, especially if you're using something like the assault rifle or minigun. So it's a little bit different for each weapon. So if we were to fire this one, I mean, that's quite similar to the pistol, but if we fire the assault rifle here, instead of it going backwards, this one actually kicks back instead. So it won't go up like that, it will just kick back instead. The rifle goes up a little bit and also has a little bit of a kickback. I think the bazooka, let's have a look at the bazooka real quickly. So if we fire the bazooka, oh yeah, okay, so that does go up a little bit and it also has a little bit of a kickback. The minigun, I'm pretty sure, is just kickback, and then the grenade launcher is a little bit of kickback, and then a little bit of angled up a little bit. I don't even know what I'm saying here. I don't even know what I'm saying, but the recoil system has been improved in this mod. A lot better now. Alright, so the next thing we're going to take a look at is the brand new scopes. And this is probably one of the coolest changes about this new update. And I feel like it's one of the highlight features of this update, to be honest. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to quickly turn shaders off here. Now the reason I'm turning them off is because if I have shaders on, unfortunately, these new scopes will not work as good as if I were to have them off. So let's go ahead, let's grab them out right now. So nothing really looks different about them, but let's go ahead, let's put them on an actual weapon here. So we'll go ahead, grab out maybe one of the assault rifles, maybe one of the pistols, and then the rifle here. Let's pop them on. So the pistol, let's give that the short scope. The assault rifle, give that the medium scope, and then the long scope will give that to the rifle here. And you might notice it already, but it already looks a little bit different. We actually have a bit of a gradient on it now. So on the inside there, you'll see a little bit of a gradient. The red dot has been improved as well. And I mean, this is the short scope. It's kind of similar to the previous update, but the medium and long is where things get a little bit different. And if you actually have a look right now, if you look at the scope, you can actually see that you can see the weld through the scope just while it's there. But if we go ahead and we zoom in here, have a look at this. The medium scope is actually, you know, like usable now. In the previous update, it was horrible to use this scope. You know, you could barely aim. There was so much of the view actually blocked in. But now you can actually see through this and aim properly. And you'll notice as well it does have a gradient like the short scope, and that is the same throughout all the scopes in this mod. But this thing is amazing, and honestly the medium scope is like my favorite scope now in this mod. It was, you know, I hated it before, but now I actually really love it. And the same applies for the long scope as well. You can actually see, I'm looking at that tree there, and you can actually see it in the scope. Let's go ahead, zoom that in, and we can actually zoom. And this does go really far, by the way. This goes really far. So let's see if we can spot something out here. Maybe I'll turn up, oh, let's go ahead, let's see if we can see Sir Piggle's Bank over there. Or we can see Sir Piggle's Bank. That's easy to see with a long scope. But this is so much better for actually, you know, spotting down, targeting players. And again, you know, the medium scope, ooh, looks really fleeky. Let's just take out one of the glass. We can just take out some of the glass there over at Craygrass. I'll replace that later. I'll replace that. But I love these new scopes. Something that is cool about attachments now is that they will actually inherit the color of the gun. So if you were to put a scope or, you know, a silencer on a weapon, it would stay white, and even though the gun was colored. But now when you actually put it on there, so let's go ahead, let's color the gun here. The scope will be colored as well, and this will only apply if the scope doesn't actually have a color applied to it. So if I was to grab out a scope here, let's go ahead and color it blue. And then I go ahead and pop this onto the assault rifle here. As you can see, it has taken the blue color instead of inheriting the color from the gun itself. So that is a new change about the scopes. They're a lot more usable now, and definitely feel a lot more immersive and make this gun mod feel a lot more polished. Alright, so last change is, well, not too much of a change, but we have the silencer, and this actually has a new model, like the kind of like the scopes as well. They have a new model too. I kind of forgot to point them out. Let's just grab them out right now. Let's grab these out. Let's take a quick look at them all. So let's just pop them all down here. So we have the long scope, and I've gone for the clean look. We have a lot more angles on it. The short scope there, and then we have the medium scope at the back. So they're just been cleaned up, added a bit of angles to it. And let's go ahead, let's apply the silencer to this. So as you can see, no color on the silencer, but on the actual rendered version here, it is actually colored yellow because it inherits the gun's color. Let's see how these scopes go on the core. So we're going to go ahead and use this here. I shot at that. I shot at that. Oh, it did actually break it. Easy. So the medium scope's going good. Let's try this one. Ooh, that is satisfying. Yeah, oh. Alright. And then last one, the long scope. Do some quick scopes with this. Oh. 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 But I think that is going to wrap up this video today, guys. This is more of an mod update video. I wouldn't say it was like super exciting like my previous videos, but I wanted to kind of just like, you know, let you guys know that this update is available because I still work on this mod from time to time, and this update has been in the works for a little bit. And it was kind of due. I felt like the models needed to look a bit more polished. I only spent like, you know, less than 10 minutes on the previous ones, so they definitely needed to be completely revamped. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video regardless, and if you did, I'd appreciate if you go ahead and drop a like down below, and as well subscribe if you want to keep up to date with all my gun mod updates and all my other videos as well. But I'll catch you guys later. Bye!